Copyright. I've talked about it so much on this channel, some might say even a little bit too much. I've made countless videos about it, I've talked about it on countless streams, and you know what? Despite all that, believe it or not, I don't have a problem with copyright. I think copyright is a good thing. I think it's good that artists and people have a way to protect their works, especially the little guys, from random people walking around and infringing. But I do have a problem with a bad copyright law protection and bad implementation. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. So sit back, grab a snack and drink, because you're watching SEGASLAYER64 Complains. Well, boys, it's happened again. It has happened again. Hey Slayers, I'm the one and only world's coolest Sega enthusiast, SEGASLAYER64, and welcome back to another video, and I'm pissed. I am absolutely upset. I am burning with fumes. So, some of you who are fans of this channel, you might know that last week I did a trilogy of Mario 64 streams. It was a ROM hack, Luigi, Luigi and Super Mario 64, blah blah blah, you get it. I did a trilogy of that, you can see them up on screen, and every last one, I kid you not, I'm not joking, I'm not playing around, every last one of those videos got copyrighted, along with an older video, along with another raft of old videos that got copyrighted last week for different reasons. One of them being one of my old Sega music playlist videos, right? And that wasn't even the only one. I got copyrighted for my Animal Crossing Thanksgiving stream, and this is a serious problem that I'm starting to see brewing on YouTube that YouTube needs to fix now. I've contacted Team YouTube, I've talked to them, I'm not getting replies back, I'm not getting anything. I even had one of my videos blocked in Europe. Like blocked in Europe, and if you know what that means, it means that my video is completely blocked, unaccessible. If you live in Europe, you are not supposed to be able to see this video. It is blocked. And you might be saying, well, SEGASLAYER, that's clearly your problem. You know, why'd you use copyrighted music? And the fact of the matter is, I did not. These are all false claims by random people who go around and who claim false videos to make. So here's one of those little moments where I have to kick in as editor SEGASLAYER because I feel like I didn't elaborate on this enough. So to basically put it bluntly, all of the claims on the videos, as you can see in the photos that I have on screen, are false claims. So these are people claiming to own music, songs, parts of videos, gameplay footage, whatever, that they do not own. In the case of the Mario 64 videos, it is two different people, two different false companies that are claiming to own Docs when they don't. They are not Nintendo. I know what official Nintendo claims are. I have been copyrighted by Nintendo before, and if they was Nintendo, I probably wouldn't be complaining. Sure, I'd still be pissed, but I wouldn't have a right to complain because it would be Nintendo's music. But as you can see, these are two false claims, most likely made from quote-unquote or so-called third world countries. Now, I don't like that term. I want to say that. I don't like the term. You could also use like developing countries, but you know, a lot of people might know third world countries better, so I just want to kind of get that point across. And these are from countries like China, which is, in my opinion, a first world country, but if you look at the metrics, they still call it a developing or third world country. India, most of Africa. I've even seen on YouTube some people get some false claims from like Saudi Arabia. And another big one that used to be around that isn't so much anymore used to be Russia. Russia used to be a big one you'd get a lot of false claims from. But you can even see, and due to current world events, you know, YouTube isn't really in Russia as much anymore, so you don't really see claims from there anymore. But due to certain events, you can even see, here's an example right here of one of the Docs claims, or it might have been the Sega music playlist, I don't know, you'll see it on screen, that this one company claims to own the music from Hong Kong. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think Sega or Nintendo are located in Hong Kong, China, right? Realistically, they are not. So what is basically happening here is a sort of shadow shadow scheme where people in developing nations, usually where they can escape persecution, so that means they can't really be challenged, they can't get in any legal trouble. They set up fake false claims with YouTube because it is so easy to do so. They set up false claims and they claim music or videos or games or whatever as their own, and what usually happens is these videos get demonetized. Now on my videos it says no impact, right? And that it says no impact not because of the videos haven't been impacted or demonetized, because I am not monetized. But if I was monetized, what would actually happen is these videos monetization would go to the companies that are falsely claiming that I am copywriting their property, right? So these false companies that are claiming to be Nintendo, Sega, Sony, Microsoft, everything under the sun, they claim false profits and they make a ton of money off of false claims on smaller YouTubers. And an important thing about this is they don't do it to bigger YouTubers. They tend to stick to smaller YouTubers under 10K because they can get the most money out of them and they don't have to worry about anyone being alerted at YouTube. Okay, I'll come back later on in the video to explain some solutions to this, but that is basically the gist of it. On channels, not only do they have the ability to help to hurt YouTubers who are monetized, unlike me, which I don't want to see happen. I don't want to see some of my favorite smaller YouTubers who are monetized and who rely on the money they make from their videos, especially compared to the time they put back into them, get demonetized and their money stolen by these fake claimants who are claiming songs, Nintendo songs, and they've been doing it all year. They claim Nintendo songs. No one's safe. I'm letting you guys know right now. They claim Nintendo songs. They claim Sega songs. They've claimed Sony songs, Microsoft songs, despite the fact they have no affiliation to the original creator's use, right? And I might be hearing some of you out there saying, well, SEGASLAYER, why don't you just dispute the claim? And that is right. I have disputed all of these claims. In fact, every last one I dispute almost instantly. But YouTube's dumb process is absolutely dumb. And you know what? I hate to say this word, but I gotta say it. This is how upset I am. YouTube's claim process is absolutely retarded. It is retarded. And I'm sorry, I might get demonetized for saying that. I don't care. That is how bad it is. Let me explain something to you, right? So, let's say you're a YouTuber, right? Like me. And you make a video. You make a video with a Nintendo song in it, right? And someone comes along, claims that video for themselves, and decides to take the monetization from it, or basically shadow kill it, right? Shadow ban it. When they do that, you can dispute that. Now, if you dispute it, YouTube doesn't give you the right, they don't give you an option to dispute it for a false claimant, right? YouTube doesn't even check the video. What they instead do is decide, we're gonna send an email to the copyright holder, right? The copyright holder, and we're gonna say, hey, you copyrighted this video, check and see if it really is copyright, right? Because this is YouTube's automated system doing that. And it's not the people themselves individually going around to small videos and like claiming them. These are people who are filing false claims under YouTube's system. YouTube doesn't verify who owns what copyright claim. They don't go and back it up. They just see, oh hey, this random person is filing a claim saying they own Ducks. They must really own it. Nope, let's not go check with Nintendo or anything. We're just going to set that to our system and have our algorithm automatically go demonetize any video that has that in it, or claim any video that has that song in it, right? And when you dispute, you think to yourself, okay, well, if I'm disputing, maybe some real human would go out there and go verify if this is their copyright or not. Nope. Instead, YouTube will send an email to the copyright claimant, so the person who copyrighted you, right? And that person has two options. They can either agree with you, which they will never do. They're the copyright claimant. They're trying to get the money, the monetization from the video. Why would they agree with you? What world does that happen? So they can either agree to you and take the claim away from your video. They can disagree with you, and you risk potentially having retaliation, so getting your video struck. And if you get a strike, your channel's basically dead. You might as well start over. You risk that. Or the third option, they just never say anything. And if they never say anything, then you have to wait an entire month. Yep, 30 days, and YouTube will decide, okay, well, this person never said anything. We're gonna remove the claim automatically. What? At that point, it doesn't matter. It's been 30 days, the video's monetization is gone, and it's shadow banned and not gonna get unshadow banned. So you remove the claim after a month just for me to end up with nothing either way. So either way, you get screwed, the person gets a month worth of revenue, and you look dumb either way out of the situation. What needs to be happening here is YouTube, when you file a dispute, YouTube that day needs to have a real representative, a human being, sit down and manually review these claims to make sure that the claimants match up. Enter SEGASLAYER here again, and I just wanted to quickly interject and say this. Before you go down in the comments and type, well, SEGASLAYER, YouTube gets thousands or hundreds of millions of claims a day, there's no way they can have a human independently verify all of them. Well, quote unquote, under YouTube's terms, they already do this same process every day with videos that get age restricted or demonetized based on unfamily friendly reasons, right? They do it. They claim to have a human go and verify those videos to make sure they deserve their age restricting, right? And the thing is, they claim, I've heard conspiracies that they don't actually check and that they just run it through the algorithm a second time and the algorithm instantly just denies it or accepts it. I've heard that. I don't know how true that is, but under YouTube's own words, they claim that they have humans go check for demonetized videos or age restricted videos. So there should be no reason YouTube can't also have those same humans check to see if the claimants match up on these claim IDs. Letting the claimant decide if your video really violates their copyright or not when they stand to benefit from it violating their copyright is just unfair. You know what this is like? This is like if there were criminal trials, right? And the victim got to be the judge. Like, could you imagine how many false trials there would be if the quote-unquote victim or the person who claims to be the victim of said crime always got to be the judge? Everybody would go to jail, regardless of if they were truly innocent or not. Literally everyone would go to jail, right? This is ridiculous. This is insane. YouTube, fix this, please. YouTube, if you're not a big YouTuber, they'll never talk to you. If you don't have at least 1 million subscribers, YouTube will never ever talk to you, or they'll do what they did me, because I sent them a tweet and they basically tweeted me back and said, hey, we have a dispute system, go ahead and dispute it, when there's not even an option to dispute it for a false claimant. So in other words, you just get left in a pinch and the creator once again gets screwed by YouTube. This is an everyday thing. It's sickening that this shadow scheme is going on and no one out there is calling attention to it. And hey, you know, I know I'm a small YouTuber. I'm a very small YouTuber. Heck, this video probably won't even get 100 views. Let's be real here. No one at YouTube's gonna see this. But hey, if you do see this video, please, and you feel compassionate enough, tweet Team YouTube, email YouTube, let them know that this problem is going on. Share this video with other YouTubers or just with other people in general. Help me spread the word, because this is ridiculous and someone needs to bring attention to this. YouTube needs to change their copyright system, and now. Nintendo, what we need is Nintendo, Sega, Sony, someone to step in and sue these false claimants and that stop this shadow scheme, because it is hurting us smaller YouTubers. It's taking profits from Nintendo, it's taking profits from the company, and it's taking profits from YouTube. This is a ridiculous thing that shouldn't be going on. I needed to call attention to it. This video is getting a little long, so I'm gonna stop talking here in a bit, but like, please, I'm asking right now, YouTube, if you see this video, if anyone important ever comes across this video, please investigate this. You are hurting small creators. You're making it impossible for them to come up or to earn any revenue. And again, I don't care. If these videos get claimed for me, it really means nothing. Editor SEGASLAYER here again, and I have to interject one more time, because I said in the video that this means nothing to me, but it actually does. This means something to me. What it means is I'm now afraid to play any game on YouTube, and I always have to be scared now about my old videos randomly getting copyrighted. That Sega Music's Playlist video, that video is 3 years old at this point. That was 2021. 3 years old. No, 4 years old. That video's 4 years old at this point, dude. Literally 4 years old. I am literally terrified now that a bunch of my old videos might just get claimed one day. I might get a strike and I might wake up and my channel's not there one day. That is a fear that I have to live with every day now because of false claimants. Not to mention, I'm quite literally scared to play Mario 64 now. Because as you can see, two different claimants claimed two different streams of Mario 64 for Dire Dire Docks. And this is not even the first time it's happened. Back when I was doing my Mario 64, DS Let's Play, I got a claim for Dire Dire Docks twice, two times on two different videos, the Jolly Roger Bay one and the Dire Dire Docks one. I got two separate claims for Dire Dire Docks by two separate claimants back then too. So this, and I didn't bring attention to it back then because I didn't think it was that big a deal. And I eventually disputed those claims, and the quote-unquote claimants never actually replied. So I won those disputes after 30 days, but it didn't matter because all of the viewer retention, impressions, and all that were killed on those videos after waiting 30 days. Don't believe me? Go look at the Dire Dire Docks part. I think that was part 6 or 7 of the 64 DS Let's Play. Go check it out and see how that video has lower views compared to everyone in the series after it. I mean, before and after it. It's ridiculous, YouTube. Come on, man. Step up. Back to past Sega Slayer. We need to let them know. Email the real claimant, copyright holders. We need these big companies to come out and start looking for these false claimants, start suing them, and maybe we'll see this trend stop, and we'll stop seeing small creators get hurt by this. That being said, I've been the one and only world's coolest Sega enthusiast, SEGASLAYER64, and until next time, make sure to have a great day, great night, or great anytime. Have a good one, Slayers.